Hey everybody,
Hey!
welcome to our backyard with our
It's just
sago. Are those sago palms?
That's, no.
What are those called? What are those
I
called?
don't know what they're called. Palm trees, but that's
Palm
not.
tree.
They're not
Thank
sago.
you.
They're not sago palms, honey.
The sago palms are the
Those
bigger,
little-
rounder ones,
I think,
right?
Yeah, I think those are the little stubby ones.
These are they come in threes, you know. Welcome
The
to
threefers.
our three palms that needs trimming.
Major trimming.
Needs trimming.
Oh my
desperately.
gosh! Look how bad it is.
Yeah.
I hope Drew isn't watching.
Yes.
Well, I hope he is watching. But,
yeah, I'm sure. But we can do that trimming. We don't need Drew to do that.
no,
Right?
no, I know, but he would look at that and say, "Man, you guys
Yeah,
are
you guys are lazy.
slacking."
Yeah.
Slacking. I gotta tell you guys something.
Oh.
You see this face right here?
Oh my goodness,
No,
you scared me.
You see this face right here? This is a face that wants to get back to church. Really bad. Really bad. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't you, Biscuit?
Bad. Pretty bad.
He does. He really, he has such a heart to do what he does. And in a way, I'm a little jealous because he loves what he does so much. I feel blessed to have a job, and I'm
Right.
that's great times at it. But this guy right here
It's
has
about
such a passion. And he just, I don't even know of my skating days when I used to skate if I had that same passion that you had. Because if someone told me I didn't have to go that day, I would be like, yeah, I don't have to go in.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing.
I'm ready for this to be over, for sure.
Yeah. He is so wanting to get back that he has done the Rubik's Cube 10 times now. He keeps doing it and messing it up and then fixing it all the time.
Yeah. I finally figured out how to do
He
it.
cheats.
I cheat, but
He goes online and he
There's this one
finds out the
website-
algorithm or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well,
And so, but he does.
I'm learning. I'm getting better at it and learning how to do it quicker and
Yeah.
trying to learn the moves without having to look.
Yeah, so that's what he's doing with his time. So I
Well,
think it is
but
time to
I'm
get back to
reading
church.
too, and I've got some new apps that help with brain, growing your brain and
Right,
thinking your brain, and I'm studying the word and
And doing the Rubik's
reaching
Cube.
out to people
And doing the Rubik's Cube.
and doing the Rubik's Cube. Yeah, you always have something that
You know what?
gotta
I just
bring.
I
You're
walk
not-
out the door to come out here, and I look around. I go, oh, that'll work. How can I
Yeah.
tie this one in?
She's a hoot.
No, I'm not. I'm not a hoot to live with.
You're not. Okay.
But I just got done running.
Anyway, yes,
As you
you
can
did.
see, I'm a little flushed.
Yes, you just
you
got
know,
done
so
running.
that puts me in kind of
You've been
these
having
good
some.
moods.
You've been having some heel trouble. How's the heel?
I found God told me what the problem was.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How
Well, I
did he-
always give him credit because, I asked him, because he knows, God knows. Well, he told me to start exercising for Pete's sake.
Yes.
So he knows how important it is in my life. And so I've been trying and thinking and reading and doing all this. I finally just said, God, reveal to me what it is. And, when I've done that in other times in my life, he always pulls through for me.
Yeah.
And certainly out of the one day we were going in to check out JR's feet, and I think we just stopped real quick at a place where they have a kiosk where you can step on it and they can kind of see where. But we were there for him. I said, well, let me just step on this. And wouldn't you know, I got the report and I have like a huge red spot of where my weight is on my foot, on the heel. And it told me I have really low arches.
On that foot.
Actually both feet.
Yeah.
But that one particular, because it was all, the red is where the pressure points are.
Right.
And so I was like, maybe I should try that arch support again. And it is wonderful.
So it's working, huh?
It's working.
Well, praise the Lord.
It's working great.
It's a blessing, yes.
It is a blessing.
It is a blessing for sure.
For everyone.
Yeah, for me especially. As you can tell, it's I've been a little lax in the shaving department.
Because he's been doing this too much.
Oh no, it's not right. I just, this is one of the reasons why we need to start gathering again.
Yeah.
Force me to shave.
Yes. Well, as you can see, the hairs are getting long. I mean, look at
And
that.
they're gray.
I mean,
Look at the gray.
the gray, your hair,
Yeah.
you need a haircut.
Yeah.
But I can do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody, excited to be talking about what we started talking about yesterday. I got to look in the right spot. Here we go. So yesterday we were talking about how easy it is sometimes to kind of drift in your walk with the Lord, right?
Huh?
How to kind of drift.
It's easy to drift.
Yeah, it's easy to drift. It's easy to become complacent or whatever.
Yes.
And
Been there many times.
You know, we talked about how in 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 3, His divine power has given us everything that we need for life and godliness through the knowledge of Him who called us to His glory and to His glory and to His grace. Maybe I can't remember how the verse ends, but anyway, all of life has been, everything that we need for life has been given to us through the knowledge of God. And so, we need to know Him, and we need to know about Him. And we do that by reading the Word and praying, right? And then we talked about the intentional focus that we need to have, right? And then I said yesterday we're going to talk about signposts, okay? Signposts that maybe you're drifting, okay? Now, this first signpost that you may be drifting is this. Let me just get the, it is a fixation on the here and now, okay? Now, this is very interesting. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a nice car. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a nice house. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have nice things. The things in themselves, a house is morally neutral. It doesn't have any morals, okay? A car is morally neutral. It does not have morals in itself. But if we fixate on those things and we do everything and our affections become focused on obtaining things like that, and it doesn't have to be big things like that either. It can be anything. Where are your affections, right? And so the one thing is, even children and friends and a loving spouse can be a danger if we put them ahead of Christ, right? So that is the point. Now, there's 3 questions that you need to ask, all right, based on what Jesus has said. Jesus said, that it's impossible for you to serve 2 masters. All right, now he was talking primarily at that point about money, but a master can be anything that you put ahead of Christ, right? So there's 3 questions that need to be thought through tremendously, and so I want you to write these down. And they go like this. Are the temporary things in my life and other people, including my family, demanding more of my affection, work, and focus than I am willingly and actively surrendering to Christ? Okay? Are the temporary things in life demanding more of my affection and my work and my focus more than I am willingly surrendering to Christ? That's the first question I want you to work through. Now, you may not have had a chance to write it down. You can go back and watch this video again, okay? The second question is this. Do I spend my energies physically, mentally, and emotionally centered on building and protecting those things? Is your mind being occupied, and is all your energy being focused towards obtaining and protecting those things? And then this last one is, to gain more of this world, am I willingly and actively compromising on the things that Christ has called me to do and be? In the pursuit of gaining these things, are we compromising what God has called us to do? And so today the signpost is really to check to see if you are compromising in your walk. And what are you compromising for? What is the underlying root of your compromise? It's easy to compromise. Compromise in itself is
Sometimes it's good.
is a good word, right? It's a good
Right.
word. Sometimes as husband and wife,
In
we have
relationships, you have to
we have to
compromise.
compromise, right, and do those things. But in our relationship with the Lord, okay, and what He has called us and asked us to do and to be, in our obedience, are we compromising on our obedience? Really, I think that really is the question, and I think that really then is the signpost of whether or not you're beginning to drift away. Are you compromising maybe some of your morals? Are you compromising your affections? Are you giving your affections away to other people and to other things, and instead of your affection to the Lord? He is primary in all of our relationships. And let me just end with this. All right, this is a warning about the danger of compromise, because there's only room for one person on the throne of our hearts. It's either going to be ourselves or it's going to be the Lord. And the more you compromise, the more you're going to be sitting on the throne of your heart. All right. Here's what the author of this says, and I think this is so true. Small compromises of time and resources can grow into compromises regarding the teaching and application of the Word to our lives. Ultimately, the faith that we profess is not the Christian faith, but rather some conglomeration of humanism, spiritualism, with a sprinkling of Christian phrases for good measure. And so we must be very careful of our compromise and if we are compromising. So that is signpost number 1. Okay, now tomorrow we'll talk about signpost number 2.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was good stuff.
It
was convicting.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
It's easy to compromise.
Yeah.
You think, oh, we'll just give a little bit here, but then
Right.
that can grow into
Well,
giving a
it's-
little
I
more
mean-
here, giving up a little bit more
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
And I think it might be one way, especially now that the enemy is attacking the church, the people, which is the people, okay, attacking the church to cause us to struggle, to cause heartache and pain. That's what he's doing. He knows he can't have our soul because we are firmly rooted in Christ, and so he can't attack us in our destiny and in our foundation, but he can sure make life miserable for us here on this earth if we're not careful. And that's what compromise will do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
good word.
So, anything else?
Got a present for you.
Okay, what is it? Oh, jeez. So I have to
you
get
go.
this put back together? All right. Well, you better stop the video. I'm going to get started on this right away.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.